shade difference.
I was telling Jen the other day that I saw a picture of myself that was still on my phone, obviously on cloud backup, and it must be from like about 10 years ago. And it's me with the full beard, like this, same hair, but hardly any grey.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh. So I was like, it must have been around 24, 25. I'm like,
What?
Your eyes look more grey today.
God. My eyes don't change colour. Your perception of colour is what changes.
What
It's
is
true.
colour though, really?
you know what the best colours are?
Pigments.
Hue, green and red.
Speaking of Krehue, we gotta celebrate Christmas in Faerun, in the Underdark.
What?
Yeah, so
Nani?
as we all know, Jesus probably didn't exist in Faerun or in the Forgotten Realms. At least as far as we know, there's no celebrations for him.
Is this Jesus or Jesus?
Look, in this reality, who's to say?
Hey, ho, hey.
So
I think he started out as a divine soul sorcerer. I think that's the story, right?
Demigod?
yeah. So the Krehue event is celebrated by everyone around the world. Well, I think there's a world. It seems to be like one giant island and like Barovia somewhere.
It's mostly that, yes.
So they celebrate Krehue Eve, which is a timeless tradition of setting up a tree and Santa delivering gifts. And the gift for us is me DMing. So you're welcome.
Yay! I don't have to prepare stuff.
This is my third time DMing, but I think first time with experienced players. So that's really nice. I say experienced, people have played it more than 3 years. So sorry, Tim and Andrew, if you're listening. I have made an unusual campaign. Like as I mentioned before, Krehue is in the Underdark because I really like the Underdark. But it won't all be there. And we have 3 elves with us. We have our regular DM, Callan.
Hey!
He'll be playing Reflex, who will be saving Christmas for us. Or, sorry, Krehue for us.
Hopefully so that as long as I don't die somewhere along the way.
One attempt at saving Christmas.
Yes.
Saving Krehue.
Yeah, don't forget Krehue.
Krehue.
And the new 2 voices are Martin and Rachael, who are very close friends of ours, who have decided to step in for Christmas.
Krehue.
Well, our Christmas, regular Krehue. Who will also be playing Lovely Elves. And we have Rachael, who will be playing Fortitude. And we have Martin, who will be playing Will.
Hi. I'm Will. I'm just the most regular part of the crew here.
William, to his
I
non-friends.
am William T. Charisma.
Oh no.
What's the T stand for?
T.
Oh, okay.
It's TEA. T.
Oh, a cup
The
of
most
tea.
refreshing of drinks.
Krehue tea.
It's like a good old chamomile,
Yeah.
as the Australians say.
I think that's Underdark Mile. Thank
Yeah,
you.
true. We are doing, Christmas in the Underdark, so Christmas in the Down Under.
That's not intentional, but I like that a lot. Because it's not. I assume it's not cold in the Underdark. I had a conversation with Nick, who was like, mushrooms only grow in warm climates, but I'm pretty sure they grow in like cold climates.
I'm pretty sure if you didn't have mushrooms in the Underdark, it'd be extremely sparse otherwise.
I believe they grow in humid.
Humid, a mixture of both.
Could he be a Stan Lee cameo mile?
Rachel, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Alright, already struck from the
We're already
podcast.
done.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, good.
It's my first time being recorded, and yes, I'm glad to have this opportunity to be here.
Yeah, good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Rachel's full of noise and not many words.
I will try not to be that awkward.
It's okay. I'll be awkward for you.
Oh, yes, extra awkward.
And you guys know who your resident Reflex Save DM is. Coming to you this time as a player. I'm really excited because there is so much less for me to do. Being on this side of the screen, I just have to try and derail all of Sveta's plans.
Don't do
Krehue.
that. Alright, well, without any further ado, Krehue Eve. One of the two most important days of the year. Wisps of what could be described as white spores fall gently across the stark white wonderland outside. The only three structures, for miles, are a small wooden 3-bedroom cabin, a stable, and an absolutely gargantuan warehouse covered in smokestacks. Inside the cabin sits a bearded purple woman we all know as Mrs. Claus. At her mahogany desk, she is diligently poring over the list of underperforming workshop elves to decide who will get the honour of creating Santa for tomorrow. She spots 3 names. 3 names that always seem to inch closer and closer to the bottom until this year when she finally gets to choose them. Reflex, Fortitude, and Will. She sends out her little snowy owl to summon the underperforming elves to her cabin. Inside this warehouse, which is completely filled with conveyor belts and other amalgamations of technology that can only be found in this warehouse thanks to Eberron magic. The 3 elves. We have the supervisor rolling around and making sure no one's doing anything wrong, which is Will. With Fortitude, fucking up something. And Reflex, licking a candy cane in the corner, not doing his job.
It's addictive.
My perception is terrible.
It's quite awful. You don't even see these troublemakers. The owl lands gently beside Reflex.
I've been summoned to Hogwarts!
And lets out a soft hoot. Hoot. And it holds out its leg, and it's got a little scroll on it.
I take its claw and shake it.
It nips your finger.
I need those! I'll take the scroll.
When you unfurl the scroll, it reads, Reflex, Fortitude, and Will. I request your presence to be at my table immediately after you receive the scroll. Do not delay. Merrily, Mrs. Claus.
Oh no. Are we aware that, like, the naughty elves every year get sent to do something?
You don't know why 3 elves every year.
Okay.
Like, you're not familiar with, like, who's the underperformers.
Okay.
But you just know that 3 get chosen, and as far as you know, it's pretty arbitrary.
Okay. Alright. So he's gonna, like, look around. I guess I should probably describe Reflex in a little bit of detail. So Reflex is wearing probably what you would typically associate as a fairly standard green suit. It has white trim, like he's going to a business meeting, but in Krehue land. It is covered in multitudes of candy canes of various different sizes, just printed onto the suit as some sort of, like, really tacky, like almost like they just printed and slapped it over the top, like almost like a wrapping paper. And then he's wearing a red sort of elf hat that's sort of like swept over to the side, and he's wearing these red booties, like little felt elf booties that we would normally think might have bells on the front, but there's just strands where the bells have been ripped away. He's also wearing a leather apron, as he very clearly works sort of like where the ovens and the kilns are for, clay, pottery type stuff, or plastics sort of setting and resin type stuff. And then he has this really big belt that runs over the top, and just sticking out of them in various different angles of various different sizes all around his waist are many, many candy canes. I'm going to look around and see if I can find Will and Fortitude, or Fort.
From where you are, you can see Fortitude. Will is walking... You haven't been told to do this. You're just walking up and down the aisles under the assumption you're a supervisor. You're probably
I need to make sure these machines are functional and up to code.
You don't need to do that. It's magic. But your gusto's appreciated. But Fortitude is quite close to
How
you.
close is Fortitude?
Probably about 60 feet away.
All right, so I'm gonna just walk forward a bit until I'm in range, and you'll see he sort of holds out his hand, and like ghostly hand just sort of apparates out of it, and it just moves forward, creeping along the air like a spider, and goes and taps Fortitude on the shoulder.
This is the noises coming up strong.
What does Fortitude look like?
Fortitude is in the warehousing side of it, so stacking of pallets and all that. Possibly driving a forklift, just for funsies. Is decked out in like nutcracker garb. So wearing sort of heavier armor, has a toy sword and shield on their back, hard hat, high vis vest, heavy denim cargo-y kind of pants, steel caps, very health and safety. Maybe just for flavour, having like the knee pads and the cut-proof gloves, just for extra safety.
So it's like the working man's soldier nutcracker.
Yeah.
It's like you went through a wardrobe and just came out with random bits and pieces.
Like, these will do.
But very safe.
Very safe.
So safe. You'll never lose her.
Would I recognise this spooky business as coming from...
Yeah, I think so. He's not... Reflex isn't hiding it or anything like that. So he's just like... Taps you on the shoulder, and when you turn to look at it, he just sort of points back to beside you, and you just see Reflex walking over to you. He's like waving this scroll. Like, "Rah! Hey, Fort! We got something!"
Is it a good something?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Here, take a look at this.
Yeah.
For all those
We
in the
have been
podcast
summoned.
audience, Rachael is miming a scroll.
Little scrolls out. Oh, is this the same summons that Con, Dex, and Charisma got last year?
Yes, it is.
I think so. Do we have to tell Will?
We probably should. Like, Mrs. Claus has asked for him, so we probably should take him.
But he's so uptight all the time.
Do I see this interruption?
You're coming back, so you're probably like 80 feet away from Fortitude. I don't think you can hear them just yet.
No, I don't care about hearing. Do I see these people not working?
Yes, you do.
I hurry over and using my mage hammer, I'm going to cast it and pluck the notice out of Fortitude's hands.
Oh, okay, that's really rude, but go ahead.
Hey, that's my trick.
Damn it! What's this? Why aren't you working? Back to work, both of you!
Damn it.
I'm on a forklift!
I didn't realize you were...
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give the forklift a wide berth as she spins it around.
I aggressively spin it around to face Will.
Takes Reflex's legs clean off. Just...
Can you make a reflex save?
Again.
I'm working here!
That's good. 17 on the dice. I think I jump
You don't get
over the...
decapitated.
Yeah, I think I jump over the little, like,
Did you
forklift.
make a reflex save?
I did make a reflex save of 22. So I think I jump over the little like prongs as I come sweeping by. Wow. Well, I think you should see this.
So Will is your regular Christmas elf. Mm-hmm. He stands a proud 2.5 foot tall. He has a very large pointy wizard's hat on his head, a beard that goes down to his feet, and he is wearing a very proud and shining blue suede suit. All of his accessories are blue and suede. He likes the colour blue.
Really? You don't say.
Suede.
I do like that your character is the definition of anti-OHness.
Yeah, I was going to say that beard would have to get caught in something.
And that hat is way too tall. Still, you make a very flamboyant supervisor.
Yes, he's in charge. He just needs people to know it. So he dresses to impress. Okay, bro. And Will gets the notice and opens it up. It's like, Mrs. Claus, get out of that forklift! Off you go! All of us, go!
Alright, jeez.
No! Faster!
It'd be quicker to take the forklift.
Alright, I'm on the back of the forklift. Just
Do you all jump on?
Can I just, scoop one of the prongs up between Will's legs and lift him up so he can go?
Will, when you sees this attempt and just stands on them.
Maybe if you're going to do that, make an acrobatics check for me, please.
I can do this.
Thank you.
That would be a 14.
Okay, you're successfully balancing on this reckless driver's prongs.
That's why I got on the back.
Alright, so you make your way out with the forklift with, I assume, Reflex, you're sitting in the cockpit with
Oh, no,
her?
I'm you know how forklifts have that sort of cage around the main cabin?
Yeah.
He's just holding on the back of
Oh,
one of
okay,
those.
yeah, nice. Alright, you're doing that, you're driving,
Yeah.
and you're on the prongs.
I lead from the front.
So the only way to take this out is through the loading bay.
Yep.
Which heads directly towards the stables. As soon as you reach the dirt, your forklift immediately stops because it's too rough, and forklifts aren't designed to be on rough terrain. So the rocks get up all in the wheels and it breaks down. So you're gonna have to work off your debt to repair that. But you're outside now.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I think as the leader, you should take responsibility for all damaged products.
No, I make sure I'm quality assurance. I make sure that all of you are responsible.
I don't think that's how it works.
This is my workshop.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
Let's go!
It's not.
So you make your way over to Mrs. Claus's house. So you move past the stables and you go to the cabin.
On the way there, Will ruffles around in his knapsack and pulls out a piece of dusty coal and pops it in his mouth and starts suckling.
Oh, go on then.
I mean, each to his own, and I just pull out one of my varied candy canes and just start licking it, and I put it back.
Do you want to put anything in your mouth, Fortitude?
No.
Great. Alright, so you enter the cabin, and in the main room is just this, there's a desk, well, the mahogany desk, as described before, and Mrs. Claus is sitting there. She's got 3 seats all set up that are elf-sized.
Ma'am, we're reporting for duty.
Take a seat, please.
This feels slightly
Yeah, right?
patronizing. Just really quietly, just...
Shut up.
Take a seat.
I should have brought the forklift to climb up.
No.
Are there 3 seats available for us?
Yeah.
Are they elf-sized seats or
They
regular?
are elf-sized
Yeah.
seats, yeah.
I do take a seat immediately.
Okay, thank you.
We'll also take a seat.
I'm going to pull a Will Riker maneuver and just swing my leg over the back of it. And if it's too tall, Reflex will just knock the chair over. And just like, oh shit. Just
Make her an acrobatics Riker check.
do I get bonuses for Riker maneuver?
No, if anything, you'll get disadvantage.
Do you want me to roll a disadvantage?
No, it's okay.
Acrobatics is, 18.
So you know your Riker well. You successfully swing that bad boy of a leg over the chair and sit in there.
And I'm going to stroke my chin as if I had a beard.
Do you have a beard?
No,
you don't.
I do not.
Okay. So Mrs. Claus, she looks over her half-moon spectacles at the 3 of you, frowns at Reflex for doing that weird leg maneuver.
I'm going to start, doing... What's that from Tangled? That look, that...
The
smolder.
The smolder. I'll attempt the smolder.
Please don't seduce Mrs. Claus. She's not having
it's
it.
not very seductive. He's an elf. He's going to attempt the smolder. It's not going to work very well.
Thank you for coming, is what I would say if you weren't so delayed. And I also saw that you broke my forklift. That'll come out of your wages.
How did she see that?
I see everything.
Ah! That was a whisper.
I can hear everything. I can hear your thoughts, young elf.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Wait, do you look in on me when I go for private reflex time?
She stares at you.
Oh, no. I had incognito mode on.
How did you get Wi-Fi down here? I can only get one bar.
That's the only bar I need.
Oh.
As you know, I have a list, and I've checked it more than once. And it shows me that the three of you have performed less than admirably. I'm willing to give you a chance to make up for that. You'll get the opportunity to make this year's Santa, but I must ask you to do one thing before that.
Go on.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
There is a small matter, which I don't normally ask the elves this year, but there was a very stupid elf that let Rudolph out. They did that last year as well. He's going to be on next year's list.
Wait, how do we beat that guy?
I don't know.
I think it's Will's fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
I blame the one that broke the forklift.
So Will, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please be quiet.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, man.
So Rudolph's escaped. I need you to get him back before anything else. Once you have him back, I'll give you the recipe for Santa and this key. And she holds up a key that's around her neck. You'll need that. But to get Rudolph back.
Ma'am,
Got it?
where's Rudolph?
Well, last year I was told that he was at the forest down south. Maybe that's where he's gone again, since that's the only place with grass.
Is there, like, a stable or anything like that where Rudolph would be normally kept?
Yeah, you walk past it to get here.
Alright, cool.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get Rudolph. And I stand. Will stands up, salutes, turns around, walks out.
Oh. Alright, go. At least you show moxie.
Yeah, but not much else.
Well, he shouldn't be hard to find anyway. You should be very quick with this. He's got his glowing beak and you'll be fine.
Is Rudolph hungry?
He's probably had his fed of mushrooms down at the streams if he's gone to the forest. If he hasn't, he might be peckish.
Okay. Are we allowed to have a sacrificial elf?
Can we take some
Elf on a
Scooby
stick.
snacks?
Some what?
Rudolph snacks?
No.
Oh. Alright. Well, I think we probably better catch up to Will.
Yes, go.
Maybe he's the Rudolph snack.
We could make him the Rudolph snack.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna, stand up and really awkwardly do the reverse Rachael, where I try and swing my leg back over the chair.
Make a note of the acrobatics check.
I really want to fail this. Alright, cock die. That's a 14.
You reverse Rachael.
Oh, damn it, I knocked the chair over.
Sorry, you shouldn't have rolled so well.
He just, does the reverse leg sweep and then looks back at the chair and is like, damn it. And just walks out.
Before you leave, she calls back. She's like, when you get him, put him in the stable and come back and see me, okay?
Okay. Do we...
Hi.
Okay.
If you don't come back, I'll get 3 more elves.
Oh, so we can just not do the work. Excellent. Okay, let's go.
Do the work. Or else there'll be consequences if you don't.
Oh. Alright, Fortitude, let's go catch up to Will.
Will, you're heading towards the forest?
No, I was heading straight for the stables.
Oh, go to the stables.
I wish to saddle one of the other reindeer and ride it.
There are no other reindeers. It's just the one reindeer.
Just the
and
one
it's
reindeer?
not a reindeer.
Sorry,
She never said Rudolph
this
reindeer.
is correct. I
Okay.
assumed, and
So-
assuming makes an ass.
In this Huehue universe, Rudolph is actually a gargoyle griffin.
Oh my lord.
And his beak is covered in a glowing moss. That glows blue.
I head towards the forest.
I'm 100% surprised you didn't make it an owlbear.
Owlbears can't fly.
With wings. Just custom.
Oh, winged owlbear.
I wish, man. I so wish.
Is that an owl? It's a bear. It's an owl. Oh!
It's an owl. It's a bear. Oh, fuck.
Scared word
Why aren't you
noises.
running?
Scared word and noises. The rest of us are going to just try and run, I guess, as fast
Yeah.
as we can after Will. I don't know how long it will take us.
Do you want to wait for the middle, Will, or are you just gonna?
No, Will is an elf of his own right.
Okay.
And
Solo player.
Yeah, he's just like if I can do this by myself, it shows that we don't need these two.
It's true.
I
Okay.
keep bungling every job that I give them.
Okay.
That's because you don't give us any jobs.
Maybe that's
You're not my supervisor.
maybe that's a reflection on the jobs you give us.
Maybe it's a reflection of the fact that Will doesn't do anything. He thinks he's in charge.
Yeah, it's about like 300 meters away is the forest,
Oh, okay.
which is quite a thickly dense like pine forest.
Uh-huh.
Well, not really pine. It's more like just grotesque-looking mushrooms that like sprout out of the ground, covered in webs. Quite pretty.
Before entering the forest, Will does do something. He casts mage armor.
Oh yeah.
And as the others are trying to catch up to him, what they see is this dazzling light surround Will, and they notice that his normal blue suede suit turns into sequins.
Beautiful.
Blue, sparkling sequins.
Bountiful.
So if you want to tell the listeners what you are, then I'll get you to roll on a specific table if you like.
So I am a wild magic sorcerer, and what this means is, whenever I cast a spell of first level, the DM can get me to roll on the wild magic table, which can do many wondrous or disastrous effects. So, shall I do my first roll?
Yes, please. But I will say, with you doing this, it's been textured so, like, anytime you cast a spell, you get to roll a wild magic. So it's not quite handbook.
It's a little bit different from
It's a
the.
little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
I'm
go
okay
ahead.
with this.
Yeah.
This is fun.
I'm waiting for the self-cast fireball.
That is a 62.
Alright.
And a 62 on the table.
Self-cast fireball. Self-cast fireball.
Is it?
For the next minute, I must shout when I speak.
Oh, that means no difference.
Oh, okay.
Over here, everybody!
Jeez, don't have to shout.
Follow me!
Wait.
We need to go into the forest!
Stop, Will. Fortitude, just can you grab him? I just want to. We don't even know if Rudolph's gone to the forest yet.
Into the forest!
Can I roll to spear tackle Will?
Absolutely, you can.
Will that be an attack roll?
Do you...
Or athletics?
I think it's if you're going to grapple him, if it's athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Athletics, okay.
Well, would you mind also rolling a counter athletics roll?
That's pretty good.
Good.
Oh no. Counter is, this is against strength. Can I use acrobatics?
Yep.
That's a 21.
Also 21.
Woo!
It's a deadlock. Reroll, please, and thank you.
No.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Scores?
5.
9.
Oh no.
Your tackle kind of like soars past him, and you tumble past Will into like a cloud of spores. And you're covered in this like snowy drift.
Stop going to sleep and slacking off! We got a job to do!
Can I just like try and throw some snow?
Sure.
Also, Will, you're meant to be yelling.
It sounded like a yell, regardless.
Stop slacking off! Get back to work! We got a job to do!
Please think of the poor editors. Dial back slightly.
I gotta follow what the book says.
It's true.
Yeah.
So you want to throw the snowball?
No, because he's yelling, I'll just...
That implies, just listeners, that Rachael is standing up. There's a noise
Standing
for every
up.
occasion.
It mostly sounds like
Standing
the
up.
same noise, but
Very rigid. Just full nutcracker mode. Aye, Captain.
Alright.
I'm going to take my mage hand and I'm just going to, like, slap Will's face. It's not going to do any damage. It's just going to, like, Psh,
What was that for?
just, I said wait. We don't even know if Rudolph has gone into the forest. Can we check the stables to look for clues?
There was nothing in the stables.
You haven't looked, so you don't know. I'm going to start moving towards the stables. I want to look for, like, footprints, anything like that.
Sure. Would,
Well, they need to be supervised.
Fortitude?
At the very least, we could grab the saddle.
I just want to see if there's
There's
anything
no-
there, yeah.
There's no saddle in the stable. Oh no.
Can I just look around for footprints?
Yeah, make a survival check for me, please.
-1 on my survival.
You're not really made for this.
No, I'm not, but I do want to look anyway. It's an 8.
It's the ground's been shifted. Like there's certainly like spacing of where like the spores have been ruffled away, so you can see like the dirt underneath. But you're not really knowledgeable on what that actually means.
In my managerial capacity, I also wish to supervise this area.
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's a perception check or survival? Or what would you like
This
to
would be
do?
survival.
Yeah.
That is a 3.
A 3? My God, there's dirt on the ground.
It's everywhere.
Yep, it certainly is.
Animals are filthy.
I would probably stroll back towards the stable because that's where these guys are. But taking no mind of them trying to make survival checks to see which way Rudolph went, and probably walking all over any tracks that would have been made.
Well, make a survival check at disadvantage.
Make an anti survival check.
Yeah.
That will be with +1 a 6.
Yep, that's dirt. So when you enter the stables, you do notice that there is the elf who's like just pressing his fingers together, looking nervous in the corner and watching you go in and doing something. In his eyes, you don't seem to be doing much except for staring at the ground.
Yeah.
Mate, hello. Where'd Rudolph go, mate?
Oh, he left. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Right, you're coming with us. Get on. Show us. Lead the way.
Sorry, what's your name?
I don't want to tell you.
Well,
I might tell Mrs. Claus you won't be on the list.
No, but, like, what's your name?
Tom.
Tom. Look, listen, Tom. I don't know how to tell you this, but, Mrs. Claus, she said that you have to come with us so you can show us where Rudolph went.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah,
She did.
absolutely. I mean, she was real adamant about it. She was like, listen, if you have to go, take Tom with you. He'll know exactly where Rudolph has gone.
Can you roll me a deception check?
Yeah, that would be deception.
I can roll this.
I've got a plus, just so, unless you want, because we can help each other, right?
You said
I've got a
okay.
+6.
Yours is one better than mine.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
will assist you.
Can you assist me? Okay, cool.
Alright.
Let's see what the dice lay. That would be a 17.
I got a 16. I thought I did quite well. but
Yeah,
apparently
you did. Because you think that was only an 11 on the die.
It's probably good that Callan did it.
Well, it would have been, yeah, it would have, or just.
She'd know my name.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but I only just found out that apparently Mrs. Claus is psychic, and she can see us at all times.
My WIC sessions.
Well, you know what? That was the exact thing I was worried about at the same time.
Do you understand?
Yeah, but, you know, we got it.
That's why I come to the stable sometimes.
Okay, that's a little bit too much information.
Oh, okay,
Just-
sorry.
I'm not psychic. You don't need to tell me.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be around all this white stuff anymore.
Oh, that's not me, I promise.
I'm walking out of the stables.
Wait, hang on. Mill, it's very important.
Tom, come over here.
Okay.
We're gonna have this discussion outside the stables.
Brushes off his pants.
Jeez.
I saw him go to the forest.
All right.
Over there. And he points to the south, exactly where you guys were heading.
Yeah, literally.
I told you! You guys always slack off!
Oh, we always make mistakes because you tell us to do the weirdest shit.
You told me before I didn't tell you to do anything, so now I'm telling you to do things. Get to the forest!
You're a really loud man.
Yeah, he's kind of an ass.
Help.
Tom!
Yes, sir.
To the forest!
Okay.
We're gonna make our way.
Tom, is that Tom short for Rudolph Fodder?
It's Tom Jimin.
Tomjamin. Tomjamin, you say? Wow.
That's what my mother calls me.
That's a strong name, Tomjamin. Strong name indeed.
Thank you. And he flexes. Like, there's like no muscle at all.
Have you been working out, Tomjamin?
Only on one arm.
Oh. Getting your one-handed ability up, are you?
Because I cast with that hand.
Okay. Well, just
Oh no!
just don't cast grease is my only request.
Oh, no, not a
It's not grease.
Or web?
Spider web.
Or web, or multitude of other things, color spray I could think of.
So Tom leads you to the forest.
Okay.
Where you come across, like, you go deeper and deeper into the forest, you're probably like 100 meters into the forest. You come across a really nice, pristine, like, clear blue, fast-flowing river, which along the banks is, like, this blue algae. You know when you're on the beaches down in Melbourne, there's, like, that blue algae that just comes up? It's, like, all bright and nice. And it's blooming along the edges of the bank. There's also a stone bridge that leads over this river. It's quite low to the river. It's probably like an inch above the river. So you can like probably dip your hands in no problem and just like touch the water if you want to wash your hands, I guess.
I think Tomjamin should.
Don't just make him an experimental elf.
He's not your cannon fodder. Or maybe he is.
I just think he needs to wash his hands.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
You want me to wash my hands?
Maybe downstream. So can we? We're in this like where this river bisects. Can we see anything? Hear anything?
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
If you want to listen out to anything in particular.
Rolled a natural 18, and with my -1, that's a 17.
Interesting.
6.
12.
Alright. So, Reflex, you hear in the distance, so over the other side of the river is more of a clearing. So all the giant mushrooms come up to the bank on the side that you are on, but on the other side there's a bit of a clearing and then the path leads further inwards and bends around to the east.
Yeah.
And then you do hear very faintly in the distance like kind of a warbling sound, like a
Okay. I'm gonna turn to everyone else and be like, shh, shh. I think I hear something. You hear that? It's on the other side of the river.
Fortitude kind of hears it. You're not really familiar with Rudolph. You don't really go to the stables. Will, you don't.
Tom, is that Rudolph? Does that sound like Rudolph to you?
I don't hear anything.
Okay.
The
well-
river's too loud.
Will starts for the bridge.
Okay, so I want to try and be a little bit quieter. So once we get... I'm just going to let everyone know that I hear something just over the hill, like around the corner. Mm-hmm. And I want to start sneaking once I get to the top of the ridge just to see if I can not alert whatever's there.
Alright. You can make a stealth check. Does Fortitude and Will want to do anything particular?
Fortitude will also attempt to stealth. However, Fortitude is wearing heavy armor, so
Oh,
gets a cheeky disadvantage.
Oh, go on then.
I will also stealth. I want to be able to view the other side of the river before, like, just peeking over the bridge, trying to see what their sound is without them seeing me.
Yeah.
Alright. You've been told roughly where the sound is.
Yep.
So, yeah, you should be fine.
That is better.
16 for reflex.
That's not
For
bad.
stealth?
For stealth.
Yep.
Yeah.
14 with disadvantage.
That's actually pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah.
Non-natural 20.
Ooh. You're rolling really well.
I rolled pretty average. I have a really high stealth though.
So you all silently. There's a small jingle coming from Fortitude, but it's very muted.
It's actually not her armor, it's just her singing.
Singing.
Fort. I know. Just quiet, please.
So when you cross over the bridge and go deeper in the forest, maybe like a further 50 meters or so, you go around the bend, there's actually a small clearing, and there's like a shaft of purple light coming down, and you see Rudolph. You would know him as Rudolph, but it is just it's a stony looking griffin with like a bright blue beak, just nibbling on some foliage there, and there's also someone sitting on top of Rudolph, just like playing a little flute.
Is it an elf?
No, you've never seen this type of creature, at least in your hold up warehouse life.
I gotta look back and like, what? Tom? Do you know what? Tomjamin, do you know what that is?
Not an elf.
Fantastic commentary. Anyone else? Can I do like maybe a check or something?
You could do maybe an Arcana check.
I'll make one, but my Arcana's not great. 6. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right. Tom Jim is right. It's not an elf.
It's not an elf.
Will?
Tom,
Yes.
you need to go and talk to him.
I don't want.
This is what Mrs. Claus wanted.
Oh, I think talking is a supervisor thing, mate.
She's right. You can talk.
Off you go, supervisor.
Actually, I agree. You've got it. You've got the gift of the gab. Well,
Yeah,
sure.
got the gift.
While you do that, so my plan is to try and sneak around because are we in a clearing type deal?
Yeah, a bit of a clearing.
So I'm going to try and I really want to try and sneak around the other side, just so like we've got someone on the opposite side in case something tries to bolt.
Yeah.
So while Will, that's what happens while Will approaches. As long if Will does that, of course.
I'll let you continue on with the stealth check that you did before. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What I would like to do before stepping out into this clearing, because I'm going to do it,
Oh, he gonna.
is I'm going to cast the spell Disguise Self,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make myself a miniature Mrs. Santa Claus.
Oh my lord. Well, I mean, you're very familiar with what she looks like, so you can certainly do that.
Does she know how familiar you are with what she looks like?
I believe with this, I need to roll on my wild magic table.
Certainly do. Is this a cantrip?
No, this is a level 1 spell.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, please do.
That is a 60. I regain my lowest level extended spell slot.
Yeah.
So I free spell.
Freeze, disguise self. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I need you to roll worse than what you've been rolling. We need to see what the wild magic table's capable of.
Look, I rolled a 62 and a 60. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll get some other D100 out.
I would recommend.
Okay.
So you go into the clearing after turning into Mrs. Claus?
Miniature Mrs. Claus? Yes.
And Fortitude while he's doing that.
Well, firstly, with Disguise Self, do you need to roll anything for it, or is
No.
it just a... Okay.
It has a DC if
It's
someone
a
wants
DC.
to like
yeah,
disbelieve type deal. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as
No, I'm just gonna hold back and be like... give the
The old thumbs up.
old thumbs up.
The double
like,
thumbs up. Nice.
Like, old mate from How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah. You'll have Tom doing the same thing. He'll look at you and be like, yeah.
I would also like to, just to make sure I'm a bit quicker than standard walking speed, I'd like to just keep utilizing my cunning action to just gain additional movement.
Okay, yeah. You'll definitely make it by the time
Yeah.
we'll
just want to make
reach
sure.
there. Yep, you'll be on the opposite side.
Thank you.
If we are in thick brush, I probably would have pulled my shield out to sort of try and protect myself a bit from any scratches and nicks and all that from the harsh brush.
Sounds good. All right. So you go that out.
Yeah.
So, Will, as you enter the clearing, this creature on top of Rudolph's back, they're sitting cross-legged, very calm, very just playing a little jingle on their flute. Oh, it should have been a tambourine. Retroactive tambourine. They just keep playing it just very gently, and they look at you. They're just like, hello. You're very small.
They do this.
Yes. Go British.
We have to go British up.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. No.
What are you doing here?
I have come to reclaim my property. Rudolph? And I talk to Rudolph.
Just keeps eating grass.
Can I please have my reindeer back?
No.
Why?
Because he's eating.
There's much more for him to eat back at the stable.
It's true, but why would he come here?
An incompetent elf of mine let him out. Tom?
Look at me. What?
Tom waves. Hello. You sound like a worm from Worms. Hello. Kamikaze.
Let him out. I need him back.
Oh, who might you be to this lovely creature?
His owner.
Interesting. Well, I own him now. I'm sitting on him. I don't see you sitting on him.
I've never sat on him.
You should. It's quite comfortable.
No. He is meant to pull things.
Oh?
Yes.
Like what?
Carts, sleighs, things like this. Magical contraptions. And we've got many things in the workshop. Maybe you'd prefer one of those.
No. But you can have him back if you answer these riddles 3.
Alright.
You want a forklift?
Do you say that?
Yes.
She'll look over. Come closer. So that's Rachel's noise of moving forward.
It's the noise of moving, everyone.
I'll be your commentary for today and interpreting what Rachel's doing.
Yeah, I'll move closer.
Alright, yeah, nice.
Oh, we got forklifts back at the warehouse. If you want one of them, it might be more fun.
What is a forklift?
It's like a fork that lifts things.
I have a spoon. Is it kind of like that?
More prongy. And on wheels.
Oh no, I don't want anything like that. But if you can answer my riddles, maybe I might give you Rudolph.
What are your riddles? So I can reclaim my property.
You look intelligent. Your friend over in the trees.
And you just hear like, damn it.
Come out, little one.
And he just sort of stands up and dusts himself off. It's like, are you psychic as well?
I have very good eyes.
Damn it. Okay. And just trudges forward.
It's like my first one, if you'd like to respond with the correct answer. You can take my skin off and chop me up, but you'll be the one to cry.
Onion!
I was going to say.
Yes. Very good.
We don't get onions under here very much, to be fair.
Oh, we should though.
Second question. If you have this and show it to other people, then it's gone. What is it?
If you have this and then show it to other people, it's gone.
Could be a secret.
Ooh, that's not bad, but if you don't show a secret, you tell a secret.
Yeah.
I like that answer, though. Yeah.
Is it a secret?
Yes.
Fortitude with bam, 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 question time.
You'll notice at this point, throughout all of these, Will is dead silent.
If we were on Sale of the Century, Fortitude would be racking up all the points.
Bloody Sale of the Century!
There's a good old Aussie reference for you.
I'm gonna have Berger's catchphrases.
Jesus. We already had a local reference with Bert's Backyard. For
Oh
the
my god, we
episode
did
names.
too.
Alright. Good one.
Alright, yeah.
Good one, Fortitude.
Come, mate. Here's the third one.
Oh, she's gone full down under.
Very well. What falls but never breaks? What breaks but never falls?
My hopes and dreams.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Whoa.
if you answer this, I will give you a hug.
Okay. Well, one free. To be fair,
Jesus Christ, Rachel!
one free hug. One free hug. What falls and never breaks, and what breaks and never falls? Falls and never breaks, breaks and never falls. Falls and never breaks.
Do you want me to give some thinking? Do.
Clouds, rain.
No.
What breaks but
Feather.
never falls?
What breaks but never falls?
Ice?
No.
Breaks but never falls.
Trying to think of like the word play.
Yeah.
I want to go with like something like sun or dawn.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
dawn breaks.
Dawn
and
doesn't
this-
fall, and what falls
But
And
the sun
the sun falls.
but doesn't break. Could be the sun.
Daytime?
The morning breaks, doesn't fall.
Breaks but doesn't fall.
Yeah.
The dawn break.
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yeah.
And what's the other one is
What falls but never breaks? It's sunset. So it could be sunrise and sunset.
the sun.
I'll say that, like, sunrise and sunset.
You're close.
The sun.
The sun.
Okay, so we're close. Right. I assume I'm only allowed one answer.
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've used my answer, but it's close.
Moonfall. Breaking moon.
Day breaks. The sky? Sky doesn't fall. I don't know.
I'm also just
Don't look
looking.
at me.
Well, you're the person that I have
Yeah.
to try and get reactions out of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Close to... How, like, can I get a clue into how close...
Rachel literally said part of the answer.
Okay. So again, fortitude with a winning hand.
She's got a strong mind.
Was it the dawn
So daybreak.
daybreak and
Moonrise.
no
No.
and
No. Daybreak and what's the other part? Is don't
Google
do not do that.
I was just like
No,
what's the
what's the version of the of where it goes down?
yeah
Sunset.
sunfall no
Opposite of.
Of daybreak.
nightfall
Nightfall. There you go. I was close with sunrise and
Yeah, no,
sunset.
this is like you're so close.
I was so close.
Yeah.
I'd like to get partial credit for that answer, please.
Partial credit not given.
Fortitude would like to stick with the hopes and dreams, so
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think the answer's on you, Bill.
Will.
Whilst looking like Mrs. Claus, I look him dead in the eyes and say,
Daybreak and nightfall.
Oh, your voice is different,
"Oh,
young lady.
no,
Old
it's
man?
not."
Oh, well, you're right. And she climbs off of Rudolph, and I'll describe what she actually looks like. So she's got, like, you know those big, wide, floppy hats that, like, Carmen Sandiego would wear?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like that, but a mushroom.
Oh.
And she's got this, like, very slender face and, like, a very lithe body and, like, kind of like a toga made out of leaves. And she's, like, pristine white, like, kind of like a dirty, actually, not pristine, probably like a dirty off-white. This is actually a dryad. She gets down, like, lightly, makes no noise as she hits the ground, and, like, she'll go over to Fortitude and just encompass you entirely in her arms as, like, a soft hug. You did very well.
Thank you.
He's all yours. He's very good company. Please, if you like, bring him back when you're done.
All right, Tom Jimin,
Please.
you've got the strongest arm out of all of us.
Oh, no.
I need you to lead Rudolph away.
Oh. So Rudolph does have reins around his beak. He's got, like, there's no saddle because you don't really ride Rudolph. He's just got his reins. And Tom will come up, he'll grab the reins, and he'll lead him back.
With his
professionally.
strong hand.
With his strong hand. And you'll if you want to follow him, or you can stay with the Dryad if you really want to.
No, we have to
Follow
get
back.
back. We got to go talk to Mrs. Claus.
Oh, do come visit again.
Okay, if we get fired...
And she'll wink at Will.
Oh,
She's very like the beard.
She's never seen my beard.
that's true.
Mrs. Claus has a beard.
Yeah, it's true also.
She does. Just be like, and just mime, stroking my imaginary beard
She'll clutch
on
her
top of
pearls.
my real beard.
Oh, my scars and garters.
So, with Tom in the lead, with Rudolph trailing behind him and you guys following up the rear,
Yep.
you cross the bridge again over the stream, back out of the forest and into the stable, where you have the sleigh that's already there. You didn't see it before, but it seems like the sleigh is there now. And Tom will hook up Rudolph to the sleigh, and he'll tell you that he'll take care of the rest. He promises not to stuff up again. And reminds you to go see Mrs. Claus before Krehue Eve has begun.
Before I see Mrs. Claus, I get rid of my illusion.
It's probably for the best thing to do, yeah. But we'll have to find out what Mrs. Claus's recipe's like next week.
No! I want to keep playing! Keep playing!
Rachel,
It makes a man go.
I'm going to request this very nicely, please. Don't lick my elbow during recording.
I think that'll go at the end.
Actually, yeah.